Hey guys, Joe Tunney here on a picture-perfect day in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle, taking a look at the all-new for 2013 Acura RDX. This one, just under 15,000 miles, the perfect example of a 2013 RDX. And the RDX, again, a completely different car, actually, than its 2012 and earlier predecessor. The former RDX, 240 horsepower, 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. This one, 273 horsepower V6 engine, but that's just the beginning of the differences between the two. This vehicle is much larger and has an entirely different personality than the old RDX. The old RDX was more competitive with like the Toyota RAV4, whereas the new RDX is much more competitive with like the Lexus RX series. Very, very posh, very luxurious, and borderline opulent inside compared to the old outgoing model, which was rather Spartan interior-wise and exterior-wise compared to this somewhat glamorous new body style 2013. It looks great in black on black. Just about everything looks great in black on black, and us up here in the Pacific Northwest, we love everything black on black, and so this would be the single most popular color combination that you could possibly get. And then let's take a look around this particular car. You notice this one has fog lamps. It has a technology package which includes fog lamps. It also includes xenon lamps and navigation as well. They all come really well equipped. The nice expensive Michelin tires, that's what you get stock from the factory. Turn signals integrated into the mirrors, heated seats, Bluetooth. They're super, super nice. And again, they are very powerful. It's a 6-cylinder engine, so 273 horsepower and 251 pound-feet or foot-pounds. I've sold cars since I was 19 years old. I still don't know exactly what the proper way to describe it is, but I do know there's 251 of them, whatever they're called, to go with that 273 horsepower. So it is actually really fast. This car, believe it or not, goes 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. That's actually super fast for a sport utility. Taking a look in the back, now I have the front seat all the way up, not all the way up, but in a way that's comfortable for me. In fact, I'm going to jump in the front seat just to give you an idea, not how comfortable the front seat is, but how comfortable the back seat is. So I've got this all set up for me. I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm feeling pretty good about where things are at. And then I'm going to jump in the back seat, and let's take a look at actually a lot of rear seat room. Again, huge departure from the former RDX. Nice car. I mean, most Hondas are pretty nice. You never hear too many people say many bad things about a Honda. It's one of the best built cars, high resale value. They stand the test of time. I mean, Honda makes a wonderful product. It's just sometimes they're a little bit small. That's not the case here. It's actually very roomy, especially in the back seat. Power tailgate. That's a nice touch. A lot of these smaller sport utilities don't have that feature. Plenty of space in the back, and so many of these sport utilities these days are trying to be aerodynamic, and what happens is they have a really sculpted line here. So when you lift up the back lid, it's like, oh, there's tons of space. But as soon as you close the lid, it pinches down on everything in here. Not the case here. This is actually pretty square all the way back, and so it actually has pretty spacious accommodations even with the rear seat up. With the rear seat down, you have all the room in the world. Just one push button. Passenger side looks great. Everything looks great. In fact, let's jump inside and turn it on, see how it sounds. Now, despite having all that power and all those pound-feet or foot-pounds of torque, it actually gets really good gas mileage. This car gets 27 miles per gallon out on the open road. And the way that it does it is it uses cylinder deactivation technology. And so a lot of cars will have where you can deactivate one bank. There's a V6, right? So you can imagine the letter V, there's 3 cylinders on this side and 3 cylinders on this side. And so a lot of cars work so that one bank will shut down while the other bank is left on. In this car, you actually run sometimes on 6 cylinders, sometimes on 4 cylinders, and then sometimes on 3 cylinders. It's trying to maximize the roadworthiness of the car so that you still have at least a passable power under most circumstances, and then still getting the best gas mileage humanly possible. This one gets 27 miles per gallon on the open road. Again, for a vehicle this size with a V6 and that goes 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, that's actually fantastic gas mileage. It's really, really nice. And it's all-wheel drive. And two-wheel drive, which would be front-wheel drive, it jumps up to 28 miles per gallon out on the open road. The quality control on this car is top-notch. Some of the interior elements, it's a little bit busy. This isn't quite my first choice as far as the cut and the sculpt, but it's got this nice hooded element here that looks very nice and attractive. It does have paddle shifters. It does have all your amenities here as far as your information systems, your Bluetooth and what have you. Audio controls, again, this is a bit complicated, but if you spend an afternoon with the car, you kind of get to know the personality of it, and it's really not that complicated at all, to be honest with you. Attractive gauge layout, soft heated leather seats, comes with a nice electric glass moonroof, plenty of extra creature comfort spaces throughout, nice big glove box and what have you. It's just a cool car. They're a little bit spendy, to be honest. I mean, this is a car that's in the 40s new, and the even pre-owned, they're still in the upper middle 30s, but for what you get, a very stylish, posh, luxurious car, and honestly, it has resale value that's utterly to die for. It's actually an excellent choice. And if you have any questions about this particular vehicle, shop reports, Carfax, that sort of thing, we're happy to download it and just fax it to you, or scan it, send it right to your office, or out to your home, or wherever is convenient for you, or we can just tell you about it over the phone. Please don't hesitate to give me a call anytime. My name is Joe Tunney. I'm the sales manager here at Infiniti of Kirkland. You can reach me anytime at 425-821-1600, or just drop me an email at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.